slayer. Pay what it call for the tail. Extra with the bag. Young Cruiser King better add extra on the. I go extra to be great.
We find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Denver Broncos and the Minnesota Vikings. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Franks now to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And that's football 101, isn't it? Tip your cap to the rookie. He knocked that one away, but he better not relax. They're going to test him all game long.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Franks. He's got him in. Complete. And take it down. Now looking across midfield. First down and then some. Give him 29 yards. Picking up where he left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
On 1st and 10, Franks. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. The Vikings have 1-6 now. And they come into this one fresh off the victory last week. They finally snapped that 6-game losing streak.
And you've heard the phrase much-needed win. That was a much-needed win. They needed something to energize that locker room and give them a little sense of purpose. And oftentimes, that sense of purpose and a little relaxation can lead to better performance the following week as well.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. The Franks looking to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he he's left with no option here but to throw it away. This defense for the Vikings, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope they'll recover.
They go play action with Wilson. His throw incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Brewer. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Play action. Now Wilson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Give him 30 yards there.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
2nd down and goal. Wilson. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd down, Franks. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Well, they're certainly not giving much up to their defense, are they? Because for the 2nd time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Franks. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Wilson. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over at that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Play action. It's Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage here on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Franks. He finds his man, complete. It's Morgan. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
A first down throw. Here's Franks. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Broncos' 43-yard line.
Franks now. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. To throw on third down. Franks. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 33. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On first down, here's Franks. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, 33 yards. And the Vikings are back with a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. This is going to be returned from and all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football, and the Vikings pick up the football, and he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. So a turnover there on the kickoff, and don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you prayed for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They try again with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now.
They went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. A great play there, keeping it himself on the quarterback sneak. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them. We'll go ahead and play.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. And it gets paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
On first down, Franks. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. And he'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll run with Cook. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Ready.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. This is a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And his kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Well, 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their 25-yard line.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. There's Wilson to throw. Gonna throw right side here, complete.
He's got room at the 30.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And now to compensate, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game. It has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Touchdown, Broncos. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now.
And the Broncos are able to move back in front.
McManus's point after is good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
It's Franks now from the shotgun.
Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Franks. And his throw is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 2nd down, Cook. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. On 1st and 10, Franks. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First down, Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Courtland Sutton. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
That's a really good job in execution. They avoided the flag downfield and avoided giving up yardage for free. Really good coverage.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. He's got him in, complete, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Russell Wilson now with 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon, and the Broncos have yet again retaken the lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Now Cook hit and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And he winds wisely will throw that one away.
These are the situations that really test the defense. Those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
To throw again on second down. Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the longer way out there, but it'll be third down.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through the completion there. Now drive that started with good field position is facing fourth down.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now it's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flip the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They go play action with Franks. And the Broncos get there and take him down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sand.
There's a reason inside linebackers are often captains of a defense. They call the signals. They have the opportunity to affect the game in coverage, against the run, and, of course, on blitzes. Living in the best of both worlds here. Already has an interception. Now he gets to record a sack, too.
Franks. Open here, Adam Thielen. And way up past the 35 before it's taken back. They give him 22 there on the
On 1st and 10, Franks. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morgan. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Franks.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now his 2nd down throw. Here's Franks. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Franks looking to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Franks now to throw on 1st down.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll try the middle with Cook.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
For plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped, surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
To a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter. That has him an extra point away from tying things up.
And partner, this is pretty much what they envisioned when they were sitting there in the locker room thinking about getting things going to start here in the 3rd quarter. Getting out there, a field goal would have been fine. But going ahead and scoring here, an extra point away from tying things up, that's exactly how they drew it up on the board.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the 2nd half.
And some room to work. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson. Going up top. And this is caught right along. what a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Left side complete. That's Brewer. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 41-yard line.
First down, Denver.
They go play action with Wilson. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. Now, this looks like a roughing call.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10.
On the counter, here's Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Williams.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. On 2nd and goal, Wilson being chased down left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Curtis Weaver able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year.
And the Broncos answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
McManus's point after is good, and they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Second down, Franks. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Now Franks. And this is caught right along the sideline. Good job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Cook up the gut. And room there to work it inside the 25. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Franks now. Rolling to his right. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Play action. Now Wilson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Wilson. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by the linebacker, Brian Asamoah. And the Vikings are going to get the football here at their own 23. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get it behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun, Franks. He finds his man, complete. It's Morgan. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Yellow, blue.
Working out of the gun, Franks. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too... And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Around the NFL fourth quarter right now in Atlanta. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. And that one is now a 2-touchdown advantage for the Cardinals. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. 119 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, that'll pay dividends.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They run it again with Cook. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Handoff comes to Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Setting up play action. Franks.
His throw caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down shy of the 1st down marker at the 11. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick here is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry. They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Wilson to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now Wilson. Flush to his right. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4.
Well, he's looking at a dime formation, 6 defensive backs on the field, so he's looking for anyone to throw the football to, but he didn't have anyone open, so he took off and ran for it, but he came up just short, and that brings up 4th down.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. Stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Throwing now is Wilson. That's complete. It's Okuegbunam. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's Wilson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it from there.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Broncos who are going to get the first shot at things. They'll have it here as we start in overtime. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I cannot imagine how these players and coaches feel, Charles. My palms sweating up here in the booth now as we go to the 3rd drive of overtime. And as we know, from here on out, any points win this football game.
I'll throw you a towel as well, partner. I've got one from myself. But let's face it, our nerves, our pressure, nothing compared to what's going on that field. Both of the field goal kickers active here early. Can one of them become the hero and end this thing?
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, he finds his man, complete. It's Brewer. And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Now it's Wilson. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Broncos on the move here a bit. Nice plays in succession back-to-back. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They go play action now. Wilson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Play action. It's Wilson. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Denver, they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back.